Good morning. Today I was just playing around after watching Pam the Paper Outpost video on Got book pages and got inspired to make a couple of pockets for my personal journal. This is the pocket that I made just using book pages. Sorry about the lighting. I put them together, added some trim, put a wood button on, and this one I did double pocket. I like the double pockets. She just glued hers straight to the page and made it look all fancy. I just did some stamps, double stamping, triple stamping of some butterflies, a couple of little oddball stamps that I have. And then you just have two pockets, which I used on this handmade paper because you can't really write on it, and decorating it is wonderful, but it's good for that. So I thought I would show you how I did this. I have a couple of different ideas, but I'm going to do basically the same thing. So to start with, you will get your book pages. She used glue stick. I'm going to use glue stick. I did 2 book pages together. Just simple. Glue them together right in the book. It's a little easier. Press down real good. If you have a brayer, sometimes I run a brayer across them. Tear those 2 out. And then go for 2 more. One's going to be the base, and one's going to be the top. I'm using Craft Create glue stick. I've used Elmer's glue. Elmer's glue doesn't, I don't know what it is, just certain glue sticks, whichever one that you want to use. I found that on suggestion, this one was pretty good, so I bought one, and I like it as far as a glue stick. It holds really well. All right. Well, that one worked out like awful, but I think we can work with that because I'm going to trim it down anyway. So next, I'm going to trim it down. You can do this with ruler. You can do it with scissors. I'm just going to trim it down to the text. Whichever side you'd rather have up or down. This is probably going to be the front page since this one did that, but like I said, I'm just going to trim it down to the text. I don't think it really matters. You can decide what you want on the front. You can glue your pages because I fold it back. You can glue it where whenever you fold it, the writing is upright instead of upside down. However you want to do it, it's your page. So I think that this is going to be my base, and this is going to be my top, like so. And what I did was I folded it back, used my bone folder, and I'm just got it on the base to basically see how far I want it back. And then I take the white part at the top here and fold it back on itself, giving me that little lip there. You can fold it in like so. You can fold it just once and fold it in. You could do a half circle punch and make a thumb hole if you want. I thought it would be cute with the little button on it. Now, of course, I don't have it out. I rounded the corners. I want the bigger round. All 4 on this one. And then on this one, I only rounded the bottom. That way it has a little bit of definition up at the top. Now, my Fabrifix glue. Well, not Fabrifix. I use Fabri-Tac. That's what I get in my area. I don't really see where it's that much of a difference. Beacon's 3-in-1, Fabri-Tac, Fabrifix. They're really all the same company. Glue that bottom part of the flap down. Glue the top part of the flap down. And then that's the top part. And then I used Vintage Photo. And I went all around. And on the other one, before I glued it down, I went across this to give it definition. And I didn't this time, but you can just go across the edge like that with the edge of your dauber. And it works just fine. Pam said this morning in her video from the Paper Outpost about people she got the idea from another video she watched and she did it her way, and now I'm taking the idea from her video and doing it my way. And people taking different ideas. It's awesome. It's great, in my opinion, and in hers, I think, because who knows? I may never have seen it on the other post had she not seen it and shown it to us. Okay, so I just used my dauber and tapped to give it a little color. Smudge to give it a little color, grunge it up a little bit. Now, the next thing is glue these two together. You can use washi tape on the sides. You can sew it on the sides. I'm not really set up right now for sewing. I do want to do a couple of those. I think it's pretty. You can just glue it. Today I just glued them. So you just do your U shape to make your pocket, leaving the top open, and then just line it up however you want. Sometimes it's a little smaller than the one underneath, sometimes it's the same size. It's okay if it doesn't line up perfect. That's kind of what I'm going for, is not lining up perfect. I like to run my bone folder over to make sure that it's good and adhered. Now, the decorating part. That's the fun part, right? So I have my little sewing kit here. I have some black thread in it. I may have to stop and get, I have white thread here. I don't have any ribbon close by. I do have buttons that I had found at the local yarn shop, and I've got a piece of ribbon in here, which I think is really cute. I might use that. So I can tie a bow. I can just put it down like this. Wherever I can lay it across like I did the other one and just do that. I think I might just do that, depending on which button I use. Now, I laid this button out. The wood buttons are awesome. This is a rather flat wood button. It's got some little flowers on it. It's really cute. I think it would be cute on top of that green right there. This is a paper button that I made. I haven't put anything on it yet. There's no resin, no glossy accents or anything like that. That might be cute right there. Just something plain instead of using this. This right here, the paper buttons, G. Kerr. I can't remember the name of the channel. She shows you how to make them pretty easy. It's book pages and scrapbook paper. This is scrapbook paper together. Just a couple. I made some flat, so if you don't want to bulk up your journal, you don't have to put anything on them. They're not being used for anything, and they make a good decoration and flat. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I want to use white thread. I don't use very much, just a little. If I can pick it up. They have little tools to help you thread. They have those easy thread needles. This might be painful to watch. Oh, got it. Now, when I'm doing this, I don't do anything spectacular. I think I want to put a little ink on this to grunge it up some. You can take a Q-tip with ink on it and stick it in the holes to ink around the holes if you want to make it look older. I'm not going to do that. I don't have a Q-tip at my desk here. Oh goodness, me and my nails. Alright, so this right here, I'm not going to knot or anything. I am going to even up my thread though. And it gets uneven already. And I'm just going to go through the holes a few times to give it that color. If you want to add a different color to your page, you can add different colored threads. You can use embroidery floss. You can use a piece of ribbon. Basically whatever you want to use. I'm not really doing a whole lot here. And then I'm just gonna tie it one time to keep it together. Another time, just because I forgot to glue down my ribbon first. And I don't want it coming apart. And then I can just take, and right now I can leave some longer threads. And that right there is done. Now, I am going to glue this down. And what I'm going to do is run my Fabri-Tac in a line right down the middle. The other one I put some thin ribbon on the top and the bottom, kind of like a frame. Do a finger smoosh, as Pam says. You can take your bone folder, mash it down. It is going to seep through, so. And then I'm just going to come along on the sides, even with my pocket, and trim that up. And as you notice, it's not even here. It's not cut straight. I don't care. I like the hand look. That's just what I like about it. Now on here, I'm going to cut these threads down a little because they're going to be underneath the button and they're going to be glued. So I'm not too worried about them. Take my Fabri-Tac, put a good amount of glue on there. This is just a paper button. And then fix it how I want, right in the middle. Give it a good smush. It doesn't matter how your buttonholes go. It doesn't matter what thread you use. It just really doesn't matter. You do you. That's the best part about it. Now, it's pretty plain, but I like it. So, next, another thing that you could do is I have this sticker page. It's got alphabets, it's got butterflies, flowers, words. I think I'm going to use the word laugh. And I can put it down here, I can put it up here. I don't know where I want to put it yet, but I think I'm going to use it. If you wanted to, when you glue this down, you could just put one of these stickers on there. It doesn't have to be a button of any kind. I have a couple of stamps that I want to stamp it with. I'm thinking flower, and I have a leaf. And if you don't have one of these acrylic blocks for these little leaf things, just leave it on the page that it's stuck to and do it that way. You don't have to have a block. The other one I use different colors with. I think I'm going to do green, whoops, for the leaf. Let's see how that, you can rub, you can dab, it doesn't matter. I don't know if this green is wet enough. It kind of dries out. And then just push in the middle. And it's not very great. I don't have any water here, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Let's see, let's get a different color. Rusty hinge. Oh, you can see color going on now. Kind of got it everywhere. Wipe that part off. And I don't care if I go over the lip of where the button is or not. I'm kind of like not in shot, sorry. And there you go. And then you can take it and you can just double stamp. You come up with another light stamp. This is mostly just to show you what I'm doing anyway. Let's see, how about, there's my other green looking color. I have frayed burlap, stormy sky. Let's do, I don't know if that's going to work or not because it was open. Worn lipstick and violet, maybe. Find a place to put that. Okay, so I rub. I don't know how good this is gonna do. People are out there cringing. I bought my stamps from yard sales, thrift stores. Didn't really matter. I just look. You see the ridges. If you can still see ridges on the stamp, by all means, get it and use it. If you can't see ridges on the stamp anymore, and it's pretty much smoothed even with the rubber, don't worry about it, because it's not going to work very well. I got to kind of get the right one in the right spot there. So as you can see, they're not very bright on the book page, but that's okay. I just want to give it a little definition there. I don't want to take away from anything or anything like that. I just want to give it a little definition, a little something interesting to look at. Oh, there's something on there. Let's see. That's about it. So there you go. You can take and rub a different color like that and smudge up your button a little bit. I don't know if you could see. I wanted it to look like it's been in there for a while. Now, I wanted to do the word, and I'm not sure. I don't have a whole lot here to put the word on as far as any lace or anything like that. So I might come back and do that, because, well, let's see, what have I got down here? I really want something behind it, and I don't have anything right now, so I'm not going to put the word on there. Not right now. That's something I can come back to later if I want to add it. So this right here is going to go in my book. Let's take this page here. And do I want to put it on this white page? No, I want to put it here. Sorry. Now, you can glue it completely flat and just have this one pocket. You can glue it like I did the other one, and you do it like the top in the U shape and have this pocket. You can glue it in a U shape this way and have a side pocket and this pocket. And I think with this one, that's what I'm going to do, because you can mix it up however you want. And I'm just going to glue it in a U shape on the back. That's too much. And just put it right down on the page. Sorry about my ghosting laptop thing. And I'm going to take my bone folder, just like I did earlier, and press to make sure that it's adhered. Now, for something to show you the pockets would be amazing, right? So here's some coffee dot paper that I have. I study herbs, so I'm not going to show you all of that. So here we have a pocket here. Okay. That's not showing a whole lot, but it's what I have handy. So let's see, here's a piece of white paper that might be a little easier to see. So here we have a pocket. And like I said, if you wanted to, you don't have to do the button at all. You can just take your small circle punch and do a half circle there for a little thumb hole, I think they call it. But there's that pocket. And then here's your side pocket. So there you go. And all you have to do is just have fun with whatever you're doing. Just have fun. That's all that matters. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and blessed be.